Welcome to the audio recording of the Gather Together 2024 Festival programme. Gather Together 2024 brings together a diverse array of inclusive dance companies, independent disabled dance artists, and those working in inclusive dance. Through a rich programme of workshops and presentations, participants will have the opportunity to share skills, techniques, and knowledge. This year's programme will feature local and international guests, including esteemed artists from Sweden, Australia, and Japan. Our performance programme is equally exciting, showcasing local inclusive dance companies from across the Central Belt, alongside international performances by disabled artists from New Zealand, South Korea, Spain, and Colombia. We are delighted to host this festival at Tramway. This venue holds a special place in the history of Indepen-dance, with over 25 years of our work being presented on its stages. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Tramway for their support, as well as to our many partners including the Workroom, Scottish Ballet and St Ninian's Church, who have generously provided us with spaces to host some of our events. In these challenging times, with funding cuts and limited resources from trust funds and foundations, we have worked extremely hard to raise the necessary funds to produce this festival. We are proudly grateful to our funders, workshop participants and audiences for their unwavering support. This year we will conclude the festival with a Ceilidh, an event designed for dancing, sharing stories, making new connections and networking. We invite you to join us, along with the many festival participants, workshop leaders and performers, for what promises to be an inspiring and unforgettable festival. Thank you for being here and supporting Gather Together 2024. Enjoy the festival! This welcome was written by Karen Anderson, MBE, the Artistic Director of Indepen-dance. The festival venues are Tramway at 25 Albert Drive, Glasgow, G41 2PE. The Workroom at the Tramway, 25 Albert Drive, Glasgow, G41 2PE. St Ninian's Church at 1 Albert Drive, Glasgow, G41 2PE. And the Scottish Ballet at 25 Albert Drive, Glasgow, G41 2PE. You can book tickets to our performances and festival farewell Ceilidh in person at the Tramway, online at www.tramway.org and by the phone at 0141 276 0950. All performances are BSL interpreted and audio described. You can book our workshops via Eventbrite, which you can access via Indepen-dance's website. A thank you to our funders and supporters, Creative Scotland, Glasgow City Council, William Grant Foundation, the Trade House of Glasgow Commonweal Fund, Hanlon Builders Ltd, the Crookston Hotel, the Bailey Thomas Fund, Tramway, Glasgow Life, the Workroom and Scottish Ballet. Our performance programme begins on Wednesday the 4th of September at Tramway 1 at 7:30 p.m. Tickets cost £20 or £15 concession. The first performance is by Indepen-dance and is called Flux and Flourish. This is a new work charting memorable moments from key choreographies by Indepen-dance. Young Ones will be performing a piece called Turnstiles. This is choreographed by George Adams. Turnstiles is a collaborative contemporary dance drawing inspiration from games and our relationship to the roles we play within the games. Evolve will be performing a piece called Moonlight. The music of Glenn Miller inspired this joyful work. The dancers created movements based on how the music made them feel. Inspire from Scotland will be performing Together and Parade. Everyone loves to get up and dance to party classics with all the well-known dance moves. From YMCA to 5678 and Agadoo to the Macarena, Together has been adapted to show these party classics in another light. Parade, working title, is a work in progress and explores themes of carnivals, parades and marches. On Thursday, the 5th of September, some performances will take place at Tramway 4 at 3:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. These performances will cost £8 or £6 concession. These performances will be from Barrowland Ballet from Scotland. The piece that will be performed is called Wee Man, work in progress. A work in progress of Wee Man, a highly physical performance by 6 men and 6 teenage boys exploring the rules of masculinity understood by the wee men and older men in the cast. Wee Man is accompanied by a sound score by composer Luke Sutherland with text by the poet Kevin P. Gilday. On Thursday the 5th of September there is a series of performances at Tramway 1 at 7:30 p.m, which will cost £20 or £15 concession. These performances include a piece by Clifftop Intergenerational Dance Company from Scotland called Threshold. Threshold explores past, present and future themes in our lives, asking the dancers and the audience to think about what doors might open or close. Another performance will be from Barrowland Ballet's Wolfpack from Scotland. The piece will be called Like Blood. Barrowland Ballet's intergenerational company for ages 8 to 80 plus explores why and when we dance and celebrates the feeling of connection that can be felt through dancing together. Another performance will be from Dennis and Victor, who are from Spain. The piece will be called Encuentros. The award-winning Encuentros is one of the most successful works of Dennis Santacana and Victor Fernandez, in which contemporary dance and flamenco present a simple story of a meeting between two people. Another performance will be from Paragon's M3 from Scotland. This is a work in progress and is a new and vibrant and energising piece that reflects personal passions, tragedies and joys that the dancers have experienced in their lives. Paragon musicians have created original music with the dancers and will perform live on stage. Another performance will be from Light Sound Friends Dance Company from South Korea. This piece is called Puzzle. Every human being is one piece of the puzzle that makes up the world. Countless pieces, each with their own unique and diverse body and sensory organs, live as one world from birth till death. They long to be contemplated as part of the world, constantly pulling, pushing, integrating, and separating throughout their lives. In this way, these worlds repeatedly encounter and part ways with pieces of conflict, collision, understanding, and love, but ultimately they are all completed in the coexistence of mingled diversity, forming various beautiful shapes. What is the one beautiful puzzle created by these 3 different individuals as they attune and discard, complete and demolish, generate and erase? Performances on Friday the 6th of September will take place at Tramway 1 at 7:30 p.m. and will cost £20 or £15 concession. One performance will be from Jolt from New Zealand. This piece is called Waka Papa. Devised by and performed by 6 dancers from their own stories, each story dispels the disability label and explores ideas of identity and connection to culture, history and ancestors through dance, text and film. Another performance will be from Right to Dance from Scotland. This piece is called Wonderland. Created by Move It, a creative dance class for young people of all abilities, this piece is inspired by Alice and her journey to Wonderland. Another performance is from Marcus Pereira from Spain. This piece is called Contemporary Sisyphus. Sisyphus was condemned to push a rock to the top of a mountain from which it always fell, for all eternity. Marcus Pereira's award-winning solo performance considers how we are our own Sisyphus as we strive to meet expectations throughout our lives, in all areas from constant self-demand, which only leads us to become desperate for perfection. Another performance is from Evie Waddle from Scotland and is called A Conversation Between Hands and Feet. A multidisciplinary performer/creator working in contemporary dance, Scottish step dance, singing and BSL, Waddle's piece will explore movement influenced by her own minority languages, Gaelic, BSL and Scots, and the cultural practices and context that come with them. Another performance will be a collaboration between Indepen-dance Scotland, LPM Dance Company from England, and Concuerpos Dance Company from Colombia. This piece is called Ethereal Echoes, a work in progress. Choreographer George Adams will create a new dance work with dancers from the 3 organisations, creating a post-apocalyptic reinterpretation of the classic tale of Hansel and Gretel, and showcasing the strength and fluidity of movement across a spectrum of abilities and cultures. Performances on Saturday the 7th of September will take place at Tramway 1 at 5 p.m. and will cost £10 or £8 concession. There will be a performance from Y Dance Horizons from Scotland, which is called Trick of the Eye. Horizons is Y Dance's Glasgow-based inclusive youth company for dancers aged 12 to 25 years. Trick of the Eye is about how we all see things through our own lens, sometimes because of illusions and sometimes because of ignorance. These varying perspectives can impact how we experience the world around us. There will also be a performance from Indepen-dance's adult performance company from Scotland. This piece is called Golden Offering. Created by Aya Kobayashi with the dancers of Indepen-dance's adult performance company, this new work explores their individual unique qualities. Full of emotion, the piece sends out a powerful message to people and the world above and below. There will also be a performance from a collaboration between Indepen-dance from Scotland, LPM Dance Company from England and Conquerpus Dance Company from Colombia. This piece is called Imperial Echoes, a work in progress. Choreographer George Adams will create a new dance work with dancers from the 3 organisations, creating a post-apocalyptic reinterpretation of the classic tale of Hansel and Gretel, and showcasing the strength and fluidity of movement across a spectrum of abilities and cultures. There will also be 2 special events on the Saturday. The first of these events will be a walking and rolling tour from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. This event is free. To participate in this event, meet at the Clyde Clock at Buchanan Bus Station. Join a walking and rolling tour of Glasgow, taking in the city's famous Victorian buildings. Landmarks would include Glasgow's Cathedral, the Provans Lordship, the oldest house in Glasgow, and the Necropolis, literally the dead centre of Glasgow, where you could admire the elaborate tombs and splendid views across the city. From there, the tour will head to the city centre, taking in the city chambers. On the evening of Saturday the 7th of September, there will be a festival farewell ceilidh at Tramway 4 at 7 p.m, which will cost £19 or £14 concession. To mark the end of Gather Together, join us for a ceilidh. Following the pattern of a traditional, informal Scottish social get-together, expect popular country dances, songs and even a story or 2. Top-class ceilidh band Point 5 will call the dances so everyone can learn together. Fully accessible and family-friendly. The workshops and presentations programme begins on Thursday the 5th of September. Dance Your Socks Off with Wills McCaslin from Scotland will be at 9:30am to 10am in the workroom and will cost £4.50 for 1 child and £5 for 2 children. This workshop is the perfect introduction to dance classes for your wee ones aged 0 to 5 years and their grown-ups. Always hugely popular, come along and find out why. Dance Your Socks Off will take place again at 10:15 to 10:45am. There will be a workshop called Breaking Waves with Vera Suvalo Grimberg, Artistic Director of Dance Kompaniet Spin from Sweden. This will take place at 10am to 12pm noon at St Ninian's Church and will cost £19 or £14 concession. Vera Suvalo Grimberg will lead a workshop in which together you will explore movements and sound taking inspiration from water and animals. There will be a workshop called Embrace Me Wholeheartedly with Laura Morales of Danza Mobile from Spain. This will take place at 10am to 12pm noon at the Tramway Studio and will cost £19 or £14 concession. Hugging is often done in conjunction with an act of love or care. This workshop starts with the embrace as a motor of connection between bodies. We will transform the duration of the embrace into a song, starting upright in the centre of the space and ending up on the floor after having turned and jumped without separating. The meeting of 2 bodies, the weights and anchor points, will make an embrace into a dance. Let's embrace each other until the song is over. A workshop called Move, presented by Lynn Cotton, Artistic Director of Jolt Dance from New Zealand, will take place at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon in the workroom and will be free. This presentation will focus on Jolt Dance Company's dance tutor training program. Jolt's Move program provides regular, ongoing training for dancers with intellectual disabilities to become dance tutors and assistants. The Move program has resulted in employment as teachers, assistants, and disability leaders in Jolt classes, facilitators in workshops and residencies, and external employment by other inclusive arts companies, rest homes and schools. There will be another workshop called Waura Oha, Creative Spirit, with Jolt Dance Company from New Zealand. This will be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Tramway studio and will cost £19 or £14 concession. This workshop will empower dancers' imaginative responses through engagement and connection to music. There will be another workshop called Dance with Hands and Contact by Marcos Pereira from Spain. This will take place from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at St. Ninian's Church and will cost £19 or £14 concession. This workshop focuses on dance with sign language and contact movement. Marcos was born deaf into a hearing family in Madrid. He enjoyed acting and dancing from an early age, training at the Marima Royal Conservatory of Professional Dance, and then graduating from the Real Escuela Superior de Arte Dramático de Madrid, specialising in theatre of gesture. There will be another workshop called Immerse Yourself in Scottish Traditions with Evie Waddle from Scotland, which will take place at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the workroom and will cost £19 or £14 concession. Immerse yourself through dance, song and language, including British Sign Language. Evie Waddle is a multidisciplinary performer/creator working in contemporary dance, Scottish step dance, singing and BSL. There'll be another workshop called Body Awareness and Imagination with Dai Mutsaka from Japan. This will take place between 2:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. at the Scottish Ballet, and this will cost £19 or £14 concession. Based on the basic exercises of the Buto dance, Matsuka will share tasks to release tensions and invite participants to observe their own bodies, to become more aware of how we can create, express, and diversely communicate through the body. Dai Mutsoko, Buto Master, is a Buto dancer and choreographer based in Tokyo. This workshop will take place again on Friday the 6th of September at 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon at the same place and will for the same price. Also on Friday the 6th of September, there will be another workshop called Encontrados with Dennis Santacana and Victor Fernandez from Spain, which will take place at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon at the Tramway studio and will cost £19 or £14 concession. Moving, Rhythm and Creativity, taught by Dennis Santacana and Victor Fernandez. Dennis trained in classical and contemporary dance and has worked as a performer with different companies and creators. Since 2013, he has run his own company with flamenco dancer Victor Fernandez. This workshop will take place again at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Scottish Ballet Studio for the same price. There will be a workshop called Embrace Me Wholeheartedly with Laura Morales of Danza Mobile from Spain. This workshop will take place on Friday the 6th of September at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon at the workroom for the same price. Hugging is often done in conjunction with an act of love or care. This workshop starts with the embrace as a motor of connection between bodies. We will transform the duration of the embrace into a song, starting upright in the centre of the space and ending up on the floor after having turned and jumped without separating. The meeting of two bodies, the weights and anchor points, will make an embrace into a dance. Let's embrace each other until the song is over. There will be a workshop called Breaking Waves with Vera Suvalo Grimberg, Artistic Director of Dance Company at Spin from Sweden. This workshop will take place again at Friday the 6th of September at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the workroom for the same price. Vera Suvalo Grimberg will lead a workshop in which together you will explore movements and sound taking inspiration from water and animals. The workshop Completion of the Body Through Puzzle with Light Sound Friends Dance Company from South Korea will take place at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Tramway studio for £19 or £14 concession. Our thoughts, bodies, time and space are always interconnected at every moment. We aim to experience this organic relationship, first by separating it and then exploring each piece in various ways, combining them to make shape a new form of ourselves. Through separation and combination within happenings, we seek to feel the transformation into a freed and expanded playful body. In this workshop we will closely observe and reflect on the moment in which the fragments of life harmonise. On Saturday the 7th of September we also have a series of workshops. One workshop is Wake Up with Wills McCaslin from Scotland. This will take place at 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. at the Tramway studio for £7. A great start to the weekend as Wills leads this class of fun and accessible moves. There will be another workshop called Movement Jam by Penny Shivers with Nicolette MacLeod from Scotland. This will take place at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon at the Workroom and will cost £19 or £14 concession. An opportunity to move, dance, witness, listen and play with practices derived from contact improvisation. Penny will lead a warm-up into improvisational scores working with proximity, with options for touch, leading to an open jam space. With suggestive somatic soundscapes from Nicolette, you'll be supported to dance individually and together. There will be a Ceilidh dance with Indepen-dance Scotland. This will take place at 11 a.m. to 12 noon at the Tramway studio and will cost £7 or £5 concession. In this workshop, you will learn some of the dances that you'll enjoy later at the Gathered Together Farewell Ceilidh. There will be another workshop called Universal Moves, a workshop exploring the collaborative process, including improvisation between Indepen-dance Scotland, LPM Dance England and Concuerpos Dance Company Colombia. This will take place at 10 a.m. to 12 noon at St Ninian's Church and will cost £19 or £14 concession. Access All Arts is a presentation by Jacqueline Homer and Juliet Barrett of DADAA from Australia. This will take place at 12:15 to 1 p.m. at the Tramway studio and will be free. Through its programmes and projects, DADAA advocates for change, influencing the national conversation around arts, disability, equity and inclusion.